tribal was certainly good for me. I wanted to make a move and we took out Ethan. I mean, Ethan probably wasn't the biggest threat in our original alliance, but I just felt like it was a name anyone can like agree on. It didn't have to be such like big inroads to pull it off, and it worked. And now I'm in a very good position because I feel like if things go according to plan, from now on to the end, I have a good chance of winning this game. Okay guys, so we've got those two on the back foot now, so I guess we just need to take those two out. I mean, it's the simplest thing. But we do have to be careful because Kelly does have an idol. She has an idol. Yeah. I mean, I probably should have told you about it last time, but we've got to be careful about it because she does have an idol. Hearing that Kelly has an idol is obviously a bit worrying because, well, she's in the minority, and I have a feeling that, I mean, she probably presumed that we're going after her, and if she plays it correctly, then that kind of screws up the entire game plan. Although, if she plays it and someone goes out other than me, then I'm really fine because I still hold a majority over Kelly and Nick. So I don't think it'll be the biggest loss, but however, her having the idol complicates things, and I have an idol of my own, so I've got that safety net. So I am worried, but I'm pretty sure I should be safe. Well, that was horrible. Yeah, I'm very disappointed by that. I mean, we just gotta keep moving forward. I mean, Madison and Roger probably were considering to vote with us, so I guess trying to get them on our side is our best bet. Alright, well, I'll try my best, but I'm just saying, I did have a connection with Ethan, and I did portray my alliance members, so I think that Damien and Abby trying to get them on our side is a lost cause. I am very angry because I had the power to stop that move because I had an idol, and I'm just infuriated because I had trust in Madison and Roger. I trusted they would work with us. That's why I never played my idol, but they didn't trust us, and I probably should have seen it, but I didn't, and I just really want to know what happened. I do have my idol still, so if things do go south, I can use it again, but I'm just very annoyed. I'm really annoyed, so I really need to know what happened. Well, I did it because, well, it was either work with Ethan or work with Peter, and I felt like I had a better connection with Peter. Well, what about our connection? Well, I guess overall that me and Roger worked with that side because, well, they weren't from the same tribe originally. They weren't all Brawn, they weren't all Brain, they weren't all Beauty members. They were all from different, tribes and stuff, so it kind of felt like, no one tribe would have a full majority over, well, anybody in that alliance. It just felt a little bit more, easy to work with, but I'm sorry. I understand kind of what you're trying to say there, but I need to work with me. I mean, we still have an idol and an idol nullifier between us two, and I think that's enough power to get us through the next few votes. See, I'm not entirely confident that Ethan was the biggest move there. I mean, it's an entirely complicated reason why I voted him out, over a very simplistic explanation if I voted Peter out. And overall, I did it because, well, I wanted to work with Peter more than Ethan overall, and if I had voted for Peter, then I would have lost that connection with him. He kind of went out of his way to work with me to pull off this move, so I kind of felt inclined to work with him. I am glad that Kelly still kind of wants to work with me. However, it kind of feels like she wants to work with me because of my idol nullifier. And, that makes me just feel like more of a tool than an actual person. Okay, so overall, I am very disappointed about that result. However, I can't get annoyed at Madison, because she has an idol nullifier, I have an idol. If I play it and she doesn't like me, well then she's just going to nullify my idol, and then, well then everything I've tried to do is kaput and I'm out of this game, so yeah, I need to make sure she is on my side. So I can't really get angry at her, and hopefully she is willing to work with me because, well, I think me and her still have a lot of power between us two, and no one else really has that power and or dynamic that me and her really have. Hey, you and Kelly aren't mad at me, are you? well, we're a bit shocked, but I mean, overall, it's just a game at the end of the day, isn't it? So you've nothing to worry about. I mean, we don't understand the move. We obviously wish it went differently, but I understand that it's just a game. So I'm not mad. I don't know about Kelly, but I feel like she thinks the same way. So you should be all right. So last tribal council, I was in a good position. I was a swing vote again alongside Madison. Now, what I've come to learn as a swing vote player is that you could piss some people off. And if I want to win this game socially from here on out, I need to make sure that people still like me. Although I didn't work with Nick and Kelly, and they have reason to hate me, they don't really overly dislike me. So that's obviously a good sign. And, you know, at the moment, I still think Nick and Kelly need to go because I don't want to be jumping ship too often. I do believe that I'm in a good position where nobody really hates me for what I've done. So overall, and I have an idol, so overall, I'm in a very good position. I feel like I can win this game now. So if we are able to get Roger and Madison on board, who are we looking to target? Well, if we are to do it, it's got to be between Peter and Damien. I mean, Abby, she's not a threat, and if it means anything, I will drag her ass to the final 3 if I have to. If we get some ground clearance and able to fly to the final 3, I would like to take Abby with me because, well, obviously I don't think she's much of a threat, so she's not going to really win the game. Yeah, I agree. However, I'm just a little bit scared of Roger. Why? Well, he's quite physical because obviously he won an immunity challenge. I mean, he's been in the middle of the last couple tribal councils, but like, there's no reason to hate him either. So socially, he's a pretty good player. I understand what you're saying, but we need him for this vote. Yeah, I understand that, but I'm just saying, if we are to get some ground clearance, as you put it, we need to consider maybe, you know, taking them out. So I obviously understand that Roger is vital for me and Kelly to make it through tonight's tribal. However, I'm a little bit worried about him. He has the ability to beat me in the immunity challenge, and he has been in the driver's seat, well, swing vote position at the last couple tribal councils, and he's pretty social. I mean, like, I can't really name anything bad about him, and there's no reason to really hate him at all. So if we do get some ground clearances, like Kelly put it, we need to consider taking him out. And it is a bit ambitious because we should probably just focus on the now because I am in the minority. However, you know, there's nothing wrong, I don't think, of thinking a little bit far ahead. You're ready to get to your 5th immunity challenge. Yeah. For today's challenge, you're going to balance on a narrow beam for as long as possible. If you fall, you're out of the challenge. It's that simple. Last person standing wins immunity safe from the vote. Losers tribal council where somebody will be the 12th person voted out of this game and become the 5th member of the jury. Alright? We'll draw for spots and we'll get started. Okay. Everybody is in position and this challenge is on. So far, off the start, everybody is doing really well. Nothing but grit determination to win this immunity challenge. This could be an important one. You never know when you're going to be targeted in this game. So you need to win as many immunity challenges as possible. Abby falls. She's the first person out of this challenge. We're down to 6. Survivor is well known for its balancing challenges. We do a lot of them, and you have to focus really hard on these challenges. It's not about who's the best at strength. It's who's got the best focus, because the slightest bit of misfocus or disfocus will make you fall. That seems to be the case for Peter, and we've got a little bit of movement from Nick early on. Peter falls, he's the second person out of this challenge. Meanwhile, Nick is able to recenter himself. Good recovery from Nick. Everyone going strong, you've been up there for 30 minutes, keep it up. Nick's out here by himself, but that doesn't seem to frustrate him in any way. Everybody else is kind of crowded down this end, so that could be a factor in determining who wins this challenge. Well, I don't want to curse anybody, but Roger has fallen, meaning we're down to 4. We have Nick, Kelly, Damien, and Madison fighting it out for immunity. The remaining 4 members are holding on strongly here. You've been going for an hour now. Keep it up. You guys have been going for an hour and a half. Keep going. Dig deep. Unfortunately, Madison couldn't last much longer. She's out of this challenge. We're down to Nick, Kelly, and Damien fighting it out for immunity. These three have been going for 2 hours. Need to dig deeper than this. The tribal councils have been really tight. The only way to ensure your safety is by winning this challenge. Kelly steps down after 2 hours and 10 minutes. She can't go much longer, which means we have a showdown between Damien and Nick. These two beauty members are the last two remaining in this challenge and have been arguably the people holding the beauty tribe together at the early stages of the game. They've been going for 2.5 hours. Keep it up. Except for some small movement at the start, these two have stayed steady for the entire challenge. This showdown continues to heat up. Obviously, these two are getting a bit of tired legs at the moment. A lot of movement from both of these two at the moment. Nick really struggling to get this under control. Oh, but Damien falls, meaning Nick wins immunity and is safe from the vote. Congratulations, Nick, on winning immunity. Guaranteed spot in the final 6, and for your information, you have now tied the record for most immunity challenge wins, individual immunity challenge wins that is, with Rob and Lucas and Jessica from the previous seasons. Congratulations. As for the rest of you guys, Tribal Council tonight, where somebody will be the 12th person voted out of this game and become the 5th member of the jury. Nick, it won't be you. Grab your stuff and back to camp. I'll see you guys tonight. I promise you my intention was never to win the record of most, well, I haven't won the record, but I'm tied with the record with at least 3 immunity challenges to go, so do I think I can win it? Yes, obviously. Am I going to go for it? Yes, obviously. But really the important thing is I'm safe. And I wasn't in a very good position, so this is perfect. So when I stepped down, I physically couldn't go any further in that challenge. I stepped down and I was livid. I was like, I really wanted to win that challenge. But the only good thing is that Nick won immunity. Now, obviously that narrows the target down to me, which is bad, but also good, because now I know who to play the idol for, if it comes down to it, which it probably will. So, you know, you gotta take the positives where they are. Alright guys, so target should be simple. It's gotta be Kelly. I mean, but we've got the implications around the, you know, idol that she's got. Well, maybe you two, Madison and Roger could go up to her, considering to flip, and then like try and convince her not to play it, you know, so she goes home with the idol in her pocket. Or we could potentially split the vote. I mean, put 3 votes on her in case she doesn't play it, which she probably will, and then put 2 votes on. Well, that's not gonna work. God, what am I even thinking? Yeah, did you kind of forget? Well, obviously I forgot. So we have to, yeah, go with what Peter's plan was. Well, so it kind of feels like I'm being driven around by Peter and Damien at the moment, but hey, what am I meant to do? I mean, I have no people to turn to say, hey, let's do this. Like, who am I meant to talk to? So right now I think it's the best, you know, decision for me, and I guess work on my social game, because if it's the one thing I can really, well, develop to hopefully potentially help me win, then it's the thing I'm going to have to do. I mean, obviously I want to keep my eyes open, see if there is a move coming up, because obviously the more moves you have, the better, and I haven't made many moves, only mainly in the pre-merge. But right now, we are deep in the game, but I guess I've got to hang low. So what's the plan? I guess we got to convince those two that we're going to work with them, but then not work with them? I don't know, because the whole reason why me and Peter voted for Ethan was because we wanted to stir the pot up. And I kind of want to do it again. Should we work with those two? What do you think? I mean, I'm not against it. Like, the more moves you make, I know, the better. But I don't think I want to. Why not? Well, I like those two, and I don't want to leave them into the dust because I think that's a bit harsh. However, I don't want to leave the other alliance in the dust, and that's a bigger group as well. And so they're going to have a higher chance of rebelling, I think, because, well, Peter and Damien are smart players. I feel like me jumping ship too much will make people like have heads turned in the other direction from me and people not want to work with me. And I don't want to be an asshole and just flip constantly for no particular reason. I understand why you want to do it. Right, making moves are fun, but I don't think it's 100% in our best interest. Look, I understand making moves, and I don't mind making moves, however, wanting to play a social game and consistently changing your vote for no reason in particular is not a good look. People are gonna think you're an arsehole and then not want to work with you, and I don't want that. Believe me, I hate myself for saying just discarding Kelly and Nick for no reason other than the fact that I don't want to work with them because I want to work with those three more. I just don't want to consistently change my vote because I just think that's not in the way I want to play this game. I want to play this game honestly, and I feel like I've devoted myself to Peter, Damien and Abby and working with those three. So at the moment I don't want to flip. And that obviously means that those three, that Kelly and Nick, and even Madison if she is to flip, you know, the only way they stay in is if they have an idol, and hopefully they don't play it on me. But I'm sorry, Madison, I just can't jeopardize my game. And it might not jeopardize my game, but I'm not taking that chance. What do you two want? Well, we wanted to talk to you because even though we didn't vote with you guys last, Tribal, we still were considering it, and we're just wondering, like, if you would like to work with us again, if you trust us. I mean, I guess we can. So, what do you guys want to do? Well, we're joining you guys, so I guess you guys should come up with it. Well, it's going to be between Damien and Peter, doesn't it? Because, well, those two are kind of leading that alliance, and then Abby, well, she's just kind of a waste of space. It's just, you know, I haven't seen much from her that makes me go, oh no, get rid of her right now. Nope, I think Peter or Damien need to go. Alright, cool. Well, we're 100% with you guys, so let's do it. Let's vote out Damien or Peter. Yeah, it's a bit out of the blue, and it's obviously a bit odd, but those were the two people we kind of wanted to see if they were still with us, so, you know, I think those two are probably most likely wanting to work with us, so it kind of saves us time, but it's the only thing me and Kelly can really do realistically, so working with those two to take out Damien or Peter, honestly I'm leaning more towards Peter because Damien is still part of that, you know, original beauty, group, tribe, I guess, so I don't mind keeping Damien around, and Peter seems like a smart dude, so honestly I'm leaning more towards Peter, but, you know, I think it's a good step in the right direction, but obviously it's a bit suspicious. Okay, full disclosure, you're probably going to need to play your idol. What? Yeah, so I was asking Roger if he was like, you know, wanting to make a move to see if we can turn the tables. However, he wasn't really on board with that, but I still am. So, don't mind going for Peter or Damien, but I think we should, you know, you need to play your idol. Well, I guess this is good news. Wait, you have an idol? Yeah, I do. I'm sorry I didn't tell you. Oh, no, it's cool. I mean, it's obviously good news, and I understand why you didn't tell me. I mean, you have no reason to trust me. Anyway, are you gonna do it? Well, obviously, because with that knowledge, I guess I have to, but what if one of those two have an idol? I mean, doesn't that kind of like jeopardize the point? Like, if I play the idol, and Peter or Damien might have the merge idol, let's say, or the beauty idol, or whatever they have, I'm not sure, because I don't know who's got the merge idol at all, and I wouldn't be so surprised if one of them did have it, if they get suspicious of me, and then I play the idol, and then like, oh no, one of us could go home, so they play the idol on themselves, and that person we voted for, you know, then those votes don't count. It's a long shot, but I guess it makes sense. But wouldn't we have like the numbers anyway? Good point. So Madison is telling me to play my idol, and that obviously was like, oh yeah, so they certainly are coming for me. I need to play my idol because we don't have a majority. Now we either take Damien or Peter out, easy peasy. Well, not really, because there's a beauty idol that hasn't been played, and there's a merge idol that hasn't been played. I've got the brain idol, so I know where that is at least. Now I wouldn't be surprised, it's either Abby Nick or Damien have the beauty idol. I don't think it's Nick because he probably would have told me. So it's either Damien or Abby. And well, order of elimination, I don't think Abby's got it either. And then, well, Peter, I know he's been looking because I've looked with him a couple times, and so he could have the merge idol, and that obviously worries me as well. So whoever I want to target, they could just play the idol. However, if there are no votes at Tribal Council, it comes down to me, whoever played the idol, and Nick, and then we'd have the numbers. So that's obviously a good thing. Hey Roger. Hey you guys, I've come back from talking to those two. What did they say? Well, I think they might believe us. Right, great. So, wait, where's Madison? I think she stayed behind. Oh, that can't be good. Things are not looking good because Roger came back saying that that side believes maybe what they said. That's good. Hopefully that means Kelly won't play her idol, but Madison stay behind. Now, I'm not a calculus teacher or a rocket science, but that just doesn't add up at all. I mean, come on, Madison is clearly trying to play like both sides, go behind our backs and take one of us out. And that obviously makes me think they're coming after me. Now, they could be coming after Peter, but I'm kind of the one mostly orchestrating this vote. I feel like I'm orchestrating most of the plans, so I feel like they would come after me. So it makes sense for me to play my idol on myself. However, if I play my idol on myself, none of the votes count, right? Because there is no votes at all. That means I'm outnumbered between, well, Nick and Kelly. Let's say if Kelly does play the idol. And that obviously doesn't scream good because then they'll probably just take up Peter, who is probably at the moment one of my allies, if not the main ally in my alliance. And I don't like that. So I need to change the plans quickly. So Roger, we're a bit worried about Madison. What's wrong? Well, we think she could be telling Kelly to play her idol. I mean, she kind of like, maybe? I'm not sure. So, me and Damien are thinking, Damien's gonna play his idol. You have an idol? Yes. So, that should counter all their votes against us, because we think they'll vote for him. Well, that's what I'm thinking. So that's probably what we're going to think. So that means that there's no votes going to be counted if Kelly plays her idol, right? Yes. Which means Kelly, Nick, and Damien will be the only people voting in the revote, which means probably I'll be going home. Well, that's not good. No, it's not good. What we're thinking is if you put a vote on Madison goes home. Yeah, kind of like you watched last season. I don't think I want to do that. Why not? It's a foolproof move. It's a big move. I have ties with Madison. I want to work with Madison. Why not Abby? She's a member of the Alliance. I understand it would help us to take Madison out and it would be a big move, but I have ties with Madison. Abby, I think's expendable. Alright, well if you want to do Abby, we'll do it. You sure? Well man, as long as it's not me, I'm fine. I'm obviously nervous because I have nothing to protect myself with, so I could be going home if Roger doesn't vote for Abby like he wants to. Now, I don't think Abby's necessarily the move I want to do. Obviously, I want Madison out. I did trust Madison, and maybe there could be a connection there still, but as long as it's not me, man, I'm fine. You good, bro? Nah, I'm very worried. You mean? Well, I feel like we might have just enough to be able, to get through tonight's Tribal Council. I mean, as long as Roger does what we want him to do. Yeah, if Roger chucks that vote on Abby, I think we'll be fine. I mean, it kind of counters Kelly's idol play. Yeah. Well, hopefully we have all the best for tonight's Tribal Council. I mean, we're getting down to it now, so nothing we can really do now. Tribal is in the next few minutes, right? And I'm panicking now because I've just overheard Peter and Damien's discussion. That doesn't sound good for me. I'm safe at least because I'll play my idol regardless. So, yeah. But now Roger is going to throw a vote on possibly either Madison or Abby, which means that Madison or Abby will be going home, right? Now, I'm fine if Abby goes home, but if Madison goes home, that is catastrophic. But it also means is that we no longer have a monopoly with our idol. Now, what do? The idol nullifier has to come into play tonight, because if we nullify Damien or Peter's idol, whoever we target, then it means that this plan doesn't go through fruition, and the 3 votes between me, Madison, and Peter will be the only ones that truly count. Hey Madison, yeah? How does your idol nullifier work exactly? What do you need to know? I just want to know the rules. Well, for example, if I were to play the nullifier on Peter and Peter plays the idol, that idol is nullified, right? So all the votes that he could have discarded do count. But if I play it for Peter, let's say, right? But it's Damien who plays the idol on Peter, the votes still count because it only nullifies the person who plays the idol, right? I guess that makes enough sense. You need to use it. Why? Well, for some reason, Peter and Damien figured out about the plan, right? So, I'm playing my idol, Damien or Peter will play their idols if they have it or something like that, and then Roger will play a vote for you or Abby. Oh, so we no longer have the monopoly, so we need a nullifier. So if we vote voting for Damien tonight, you nullify Damien, because it doesn't matter because if it's not Damien, it's confusing, right? Because if you get it wrong, yeah, the plan's kaput. It doesn't matter. I guess if we vote for Damien, you play the nullifier on Damien. If we vote for Peter, you play the nullifier on Peter. Yeah, I guess it's the simplest way of doing it. Well, Tribal's coming closer and everything's turning on its head as quickly as possible, and no longer me, Kelly, and Nick had a monopoly over that side no matter what happened. However, it doesn't look like that anymore because Roger is playing the vote on either me or Abby. So that's crazy, and that's obviously not good. Now I probably need to play this nullifier. If I get the play wrong though, and for example I play it on Damien, but Peter plays the idol on Damien, and all the votes for Damien will not count because, well, I played it on Damien, but Damien didn't play his idol if he had one. So that's not good. It is a bit of a risk, but we need to take it because it's the only way we get through. If we vote for Peter, I play the nullifier on Peter. If I vote for Damien, I play the nullifier on Damien. That's the gameplay we're going with right now. It's simple, it might not work, but it's the only thing we can really do to hope to survive. Welcome, Alpha Male Tribe, to another tribal council. First things first, we're bringing the members of the jury. Ashley, Ben, Tina, and Ethan. Voted out at last night's tribal council. So, Kelly. So, with all the votes being quite tight recently, how do you feel? I'm very worried. I mean, I felt like I was already in a bad place coming, after the challenge. Then I felt like I was in a good place, then I felt like I was in even the worst place. Now I'm like not even sure. And things might not go my way still. So that's what we're looking at the moment, Peter. Everything seems to be going pretty chaotic back at camp. Would you agree? Absolutely. I mean, I have a plan tonight, but like Kelly, I don't know if it's gonna work. Obviously, I hope it does. Obviously, I think it will, but you never get confident in this game because at the end of the day, if you get too confident, you know, just look back at Dan from season 3. He got really confident, and then he had his whole game turned upside down. So, Nick, with everything being quite chaotic, you must be pretty happy to have won immunity. Oh, I'm thrilled. Well, from what I've heard, things have been really bad at camp, so winning immunity is a great feeling. So Abby, where do you sit in this? Obviously, I don't feel like I'm in a great position. If everything's been so chaotic, that means the vote could change from what I once thought it was. So Madison, how do you feel? Worried? I mean, with everything being so crazy, we could see an idol pop up, and hopefully, if that idol pops up, things don't go bad. Hopefully they go the way I hope they go. Alright, well that it is. Time to vote. Madison, you'll start us off. Abby, I'm sorry. I just feel like out of all the people here, I have the least amount of connection with you. I'll go tally the votes. Alright, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Yeah, Jeff, I would like to play one. I'll be playing this bad boy for me tonight. Well, while we're on the topic, Jeff, I would love to play my idol for me tonight. The rules of Survivor state that if a hidden immunity idol is played, all the votes cast for that person will not count. These are both hidden immunity idols. This means any votes cast for Kelly or Damien will not count. Also, it's come to my attention that within the bucket there is the idol nullifier. Ah, crap, I forgot about that. The rules of Survivor state that if an idol nullifier is played for somebody who played a hidden immunity idol, that hidden immunity idol will be nullified and the votes will still count. This idol nullifier has been played on Damien, meaning Damien, all the votes cast for you will still count. But with all the craziness out of the way, I'll read the votes. First vote, Kelly, does not count. Second vote, Kelly, does not count. Kelly, does not count. That's 3 votes Kelly, none of them count. 4 votes left. Fourth vote, Abby. It's 1 vote Abby. Fifth vote, Damien. That's 1 vote Abby, 1 vote Damien, 2 votes left. Sixth vote, Damien. That's 2 votes Damien, 1 vote Abby, 1 vote left. The 7th vote, and the 12th person voted out, and the 5th member of the jury, Damien. Damien, that's 3, that's enough for tonight. I'll need you to bring me your torch. Damien, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Well, just goes to show that this game is a continuous rotating door. You never know what's going to happen next. Grab your torches and back to camp. Good night. Damn, they got me. Those damn girls, they absolutely just, turned up and then just said, nah, no more Damien.
I mean, what am I meant to say? It was a good move by their part. I mean, we knew that they had an idol, and I had no idea that they had an idol nullifier. I mean, how are you meant to beat that? That's a good combination, and overall, I'm just kind of shocked. But, I'm not disappointed because it was a really cool way of going home. I mean, how often do you get to see that?
I'm not really disappointed. I mean, out of all the eliminations, this is probably, the one you'd want to get taken out on because it was just crazy.